AITA for forcing my parents to watch my daughter. I, 28F, am a single mother to a 5-year-old daughter. I spend the majority of my time with her and usually bring her along to most things I go to. She's a good and peaceful kid. On Friday I went on an overnight getaway. I hadn't done anything by myself in 3 months. My parents are very staunchly against anyone not in our family babysitting, watching their daughter. But as a single mom, it's simply not possible. I work at a daycare center, so I am with her pretty much all day. But when she starts school very soon, it's just something that will end up happening. If I've ever hired a babysitter, they are extremely upset. I had this planned out 2 weeks in advance and asked my parents first thing if they could watch my daughter overnight. They said they were busy and would be seeing a stand-up comedian and probably a movie over the weekend. So I asked my brother and sister, and both of them were busy as well. So I asked my best friend, 30F, who also has kids. I trust her. Also, my kid is friends with her kids. Well, the day came and my parents were texting and calling. I was at work and couldn't answer. After work I called back and they were like, "So who is watching her?" They had texted my siblings to see if they were going to watch her. I told my parents that my best friend is watching her. This caused them to flip out, saying that you can't leave her with strangers. I said that this stranger is my best friend. They realized I wasn't budging and dropped it. Then when I was on the way to the getaway, I get a text from my mom saying, "We're picking her up. Thanks for forcing us to do this." So they canceled their plans and picked up my daughter and watched her until I got back. NTA. It sounds like your parents are perhaps a bit too involved in your parenting. Probably out of necessity when you were younger. It's time for you to enforce some boundaries and assert yourself as the parent. NTA. It's really none of their business who you choose to look after your daughter. Side note. Your daughter trumps their granddaughter. I'd be asking the friend more often. And sharing sleepovers, playdates. The kids would all be happy and it would give each of you the night off. Tell your parents to mind their own business. And ask your friend to not let your parents in, should they be so rude as to turn up. Also, maybe you could limit the amount of information you share with your parents? NTA. You're 28. Your parents have no say in your parenting choices. And to go take your daughter without your permission? Technically that is kidnapping. NTA. Your parents essentially kidnapped your daughter. NTA. But why are you allowing your parents to make parenting decisions for you? NTA. 100%. You choose who watches your kid, not them. If they disagree with your decisions, that does not mean you're forcing them to do anything. They could just not cancel their plans. Wait a minute. Did you parents show up at your place uninvited, while your friend was babysitting your kid, and demand that she leave so that they can be there instead? Do I understand this right? NTA. Your parents are nuts. Are they going to school with her too? If your best friend was a stranger, in their view, how did they know where to pick her up? NTA. You arranged for her to be with someone you trusted. Next time I just wouldn't tell them. Absolutely NTA. It's unfortunate, but you may need to assertively share less information with them. Examples. Who is babysitting her? I've made arrangements for her childcare. Yes. But who? Don't worry. I've made arrangements for her childcare. Yes. But who? I've shared the details of my childcare arrangements with those who are involved in those arrangements. This is not something you need to worry about. We deserve to know. Why won't you tell us? Her childcare is my responsibility. This is not something you need to worry about. I have shared the details of my childcare arrangements with the people who are involved in those arrangements. You are not involved. Enjoy your show. This is not something you need to worry about. Quote, what if something happens while you are away? I have made contingency plans. If I need your assistance, I will get in touch with you. NTA. Wow. Your parents are all kinds of messed up. No one but family is allowed to babysit and you forced them to cancel their plans? Next time, don't even ask them to babysit. NTA. It sounds like your parents kidnapped your child. NTA. Your parents overstepped here. The only person who gets to decide who looks after your child is you. NTA. But your parents are. At what point do parents need to respect the decisions of their children? You are not a child wanting chocolate cake for breakfast, you are an adult with a child. It's time to be a big girl and cut the cord. Tell your parents that you will be making parenting decisions for your child. NTA. I had to reread this thinking. Surely the parents are financially supporting op. Because why else could they have the power to overrule her childcare decisions? Turns out they're just overbearing. NTA. That was ridiculous and dramatic on their part. Also highly insulting to you. As if saying you don't have the sense to pick decent friends and read if they are responsible or not. NTA. And it is really crazy you are letting them parent your child over your own wishes. They don't treat you like an adult who can make her own decisions. For your kiddo you need to start telling them that you are the parent and as such you are able to make those decisions. And don't feel bad about them canceling their plans. They did that on your own. You made acceptable plans for your child. They freaked out and acted on it. If I were your friend I would not have allowed them to take her. She isn't the parent. You are. You made arrangements for her care. They had zero right to barge in and take your child. I would also be deeply insulted if someone turned up randomly to take a child in my care because they decided I'm untrustworthy. Frankly, I'd have not let her leave with them and called you. NTA for this, but why WBTA if you don't stomp this out now? They aren't the parents. They have no rights. They shouldn't be taking your child anywhere without your permission. You owe your friend a massive apology for wasting her time and putting her in the middle. You should also tell her that unless you give permission for your child to leave or change plans, that she stays put. This is a major safety issue. Will your parents try to remove her from school, from after-school clubs, from a sleepover at a friend's house because they decided they don't want her there? Enough is enough. NTA. You didn't force them to do anything. You arranged childcare with someone you trust. Your parents are crazy and overbearing. NTA. But why are you letting your parents dictate this?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.